Talk to me about this whole idea of Nerve. What launched kind of this idea of a game where people are dared to do crazy things?
I think it's a natural evolution of where the internet's at right now. I think that games are becoming more interactive, that the playing field is now the world around you. And you've got all these followers, you've got all these people watching, the streaming quality is good enough. Those people are going to start daring you to do stuff for their benefit.
It frightens me, because I feel like it could go real wrong. Just the whole idea, if you will.
It should. It frightens me.
Yeah.
The idea, the game itself is not real.
No.
But there's no shortage of people being dared on the internet to do crazy things.
No, but they're daring themselves, which is amazing. It doesn't even, at the moment, there is no game to dare people. They're just doing it for the thrill or for the fame.
If the game were real, do you think that would be a good thing, a bad thing?
I think there's a version of the game, a not dangerous version of the game, that could be good. I don't think the game as it exists in the movie is a good idea at all.
Was it difficult at all to stay timely? Like, it's so timely in a world, the cyber world, that changes just like that.
It changes every day.
Yeah.
It's really hard to predict. And when you're making a movie, it takes 2 years from being a script to shooting it to editing, and then it's in the theaters. So you have to predict how things are going to be by the time the movie is released. Do your best. And then we also adjusted a little bit as we were making it, because we try to keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening. We tried to update the movie as we were making it.
Now talk to me about your stars, Emma and Dave. Why are they perfect for this?
So you agree they're perfect?
I absolutely
Okay,
agree,
great.
yeah.
I think that they're really perfect in the movie because they've got the right energy and they're both really brave and did a lot of the dares for real. They weren't scared of any of the stuff that happened in the movie, and they've got great chemistry.
And I mean, they're just in it from the beginning to all the way through. Like, you put them through the paces.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're enthusiastic professionals. Emma's been doing this longer than both of us combined,
And Dave, I understand, like, before this, he didn't ride a motorcycle, is that right?
Yeah, he learned how to ride a motorcycle
Yeah.
for the movie. I mean, when we first talked to him, we said, do you want to, get down and dirty? Do you want to do this? And maybe start riding a motorcycle, do some of the dares for real, and he was game for everything.
Now, there's this really kind of like this energy to the film. Like, how do you capture that? Like, just to keep it going, and it's like it's a young crowd that's involved in the film, and the energy is just so you can almost like feel it.
Cool, good. I'm glad that comes across.
I think we get bored easily, and we try to, as we're making the movie and refining it, we just try to always keep it moving, and anything that gets in the way just goes out. And also the music, I think, is really fun and adds kind of this energy to it, a youthful energy that I really love.
It's no mistake that you're shooting in New York City. How does that play into the whole vibe of it?
The story takes place in New York City, and we thought that was important. If Nerve did exist, we thought it would pop up here, and we didn't want to fake it in another town. So we figured if we're here, if it's going to cost the studio like a couple $1 million more, because it's just expensive here, then we better capture it. Use a wide lens and let the camera do a 360.
New York's a character in the movie.
And shooting in New York is a unique experience in itself, is it not? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny place to film. I mean, in one instance, nobody cares if you're acting like a lunatic, but in another scenario, nobody has any qualms about just like crossing that barrier and walking onto the set and saying like, I'm a movie star, put me in this show,
I feel like that really happened to you.
Yeah, that happens
many times.
all the time.
Many times, every night.
But sometimes you just say like, okay, you look great.
Here, sign a release.
Yeah.
And you do have some internet stars in the film peppered throughout.
Yeah.
Was that obviously a conscious decision to do that, but was that an easy thing to do to kind of narrow down and get these people who are huge stars online?
It just felt like the right thing to do. If making a movie about the internet, it should star some people that we think would really play the game of Nerve. And they're people we love following online, Fat Jew, Casey Neistat, Ariel Vandenberg. And we've been following them, and some of them follow us, so just sort of reach out and say you want to be in a movie, and kind of play a version of yourself or something.
I like the idea that also in the traditional sense, there's not really a bad guy, if you will, or not really a villain. Talk to me about that, because there is a villain, but not in the traditional sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, the villain of the movie is anonymity, and is the villain is all of us hiding behind our screens, and and doing things that we wouldn't do face to face. And we thought that was a really interesting idea, instead of having it be kind of a guys in suits with sunglasses, or a corporate villain or something like that. Like these days, really, it's the villain and the hero, I think, on the internet is the mass.
Yeah,
It's everyone.
absolutely. And like you said, the anonymity of it, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
behind the wall of the internet, people change. You found that?
Yeah, I mean, we learned that on Catfish, which is that there's the way you act right now and there's the way you act online. And that is becoming even more and more powerful. And there's a higher contrast. I mean, you'll meet someone who you think is so outgoing online, and they're the shyest person ever in real life. And that's a good thing. I'm glad there's an outlet, but sometimes that avatar runs amok.
Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Made in Hollywood TV. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And for the next awesome video, click right here. Click in that box right there, right there. Super easy.